Clint?
Hello, Viki.
Dorian?
Viki?
What is all this?
Some stuff for Jessica. Dorian and I want to drop it off before she gets out of the hospital. You know, lift her spirits a little bit.
Yes, and we thought this would be something that would help you.
Me?
Yeah, lighten your load. You know, you're going to have your hands full when she's here recuperating.
No, I won't.
Oh, now, don't try and downplay it now. It's going to be a strain, and that's why I hired a private nurse.
You should have called me first.
Well, I know you. You would have said no.
That's right, I would have, because Jessica is not staying here. She checked herself out of the hospital, and she's gone home with Nash.
Wait, Jessica checked herself out? When?
This morning.
It's not a hotel.
Really? I wanted her to stay longer, but her doctor said it was all right.
Oh, I really think that was premature. Was she advised about how important proper convalescence was?
I know perfectly well what a transplant operation entails, Dorian. And yes, Jessica was told about the need for care. But I'm not in her body. I mean, I don't know how she feels. Obviously, she felt well enough to go home and be with her daughter.
I still say it was a mistake.
So, she just went over to Nash's.
That's where she wanted to be.
Now, how the hell is Nash going to take care of Bree and Jessica?
Well, I expect he'll be just peachy once he gets your gifts and your nurse.
Why didn't you let me know about this?
Hello? I left a message with your secretary. What, didn't you go to the office today?
Yeah, I went to the office, but it was Natalie's first day, if you recall.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Well, then you should be aware that I was showing her around, didn't get to my desk, so I never got your message.
Clint has been very busy.
Really? Well, I also left a message at Ace's, and I also left a message on your cell phone.
Well, my cell phone was turned off, and I wasn't at pause this morning.
Well, I guess it's a very good thing that nobody was dying. I'll know to try you at Dorian's from now on.
Yes, my maid is very good at giving us messages.
Viki, I am sorry that you couldn't reach me.
Yes, well, why don't you go and visit your daughter and your granddaughter now? I'll call Jessica, and if she answers her phone, I'll alert her that you're coming.
Oh, really, Viki? Do you have to take such a sarcastic tone?
I'm sorry, is anyone talking to you?
Clint, it is obvious that Viki's disapproval of our relationship is, how should we say, coloring this discussion. Viki, face it. Clint and I are in a relationship, and the sooner you accept it, the better.
You want me to accept your relationship with my ex-husband?
You can't, can you?
Dorian, in all the years that I have known you, you have done so many awful things that you and Clint as a couple is really not very high on the list.
All right. That's it. Come on, Dorian, let's go.
No, I think it's time for us to take the gloves off, okay? So why don't you just tell us how you really feel, and that way maybe Clint and I can get on with our lives in some peace.
I don't care about you and Clint. I don't care. I will tell you, however, I find it highly embarrassing that you feel the need to flaunt your sex life whenever you're around me.
Oh, Viki, no one has done that.
We do not flaunt the fact that we really enjoy each other's company. But we are certainly not going to disguise the fact that we care for each other just because you happen to be around.
See, now you're doing it again. You grab what you think I want, and then you try and taunt me with it.
Dorian, let's go.
Yes, excellent idea.
Viki, what's for dinner? I'm guessing you three aren't having a laughing gas party.
David, what do you want?
Well, whether you have heard or not, I'm no killer. And therefore, my friends at the Attorney General's office have set me free. But free is not the way things are. Things are expensive, so I find myself at a crossroads with no job and no place to stay.
Here we go.
Before you say no, please just hear me out. I'm not asking for much. Say the carriage house, maybe a car. You'll never even see me, except when I'm at the pool. And I remember, if I'm gonna wear my slingshot, I have to wear it in the backyard from now on when I lay out.
Excuse me, David, you can't be serious. You can't seriously believe that Viki is going to invite you to come stay in her home.
I'm sorry. Again, is anyone talking to you?
Is that a yes? It'd be just like old times, Viki. Popcorn, old movies. Lois gets to make me all the food that I like. What do you say?
Is that all the luggage you have?
Yes, it is, and you will not regret this.
You can't be serious.
Can't I?
Isn't this going a little too far?
You know, I'd like to get into the middle of this tete-a-tete, but I think I'll take a shower and maybe put on some of the clothes that I borrowed from the Lost and Found at Renee's hotel. So, is the key under the doormat?
No, David. No, you're not staying in the carriage house. It hasn't been cleaned in months. It's a perfectly charming guest bedroom, right down the hall from mine.